Hey everybody, Mherex here bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the Gobbledy Gooker Feathered Fellow. As usual, I won't be able to keep this one, which is sad. I would love to be able to keep this one. He is very fun to play, very versatile, a lot of different builds. He has one link, new gen, gems do 10% more damage, and he has one gear. All color moves start with 4 more MP points. I do have the gear for this video, so you're going to want to keep that in mind. Very powerful gear. Makes him very, very fast. He's also very fun, like I said, very versatile. His coach, it's a coach ability, which is super strong. Any color moves deal 25% more damage out of the coach slot. That's awesome. Guys like Hall of Fame Scott Hall, Masters of the Universe Big E, anyone with heavy move damage, your showboats, that kind of stuff. A fantastic coach. Really, really, really strong coach. So pretty excited about that. I'm going to show a 3-star build, a 4-star build, and a 5-star build with 2 different variations in this preview. So let's get in here and look at the 3-star moveset first. These are all available at 3-star, so if you happen to pull them at 3-star, this would be what you would use. It's also his countdown moveset. So you got the Dark Meat, deals 16k damage, it's 1 MP, decreases your countdown gem timers by 3. Stuffing Buster, deal 45k damage and increase your blue gem damage by 30% for 2 turns. And Cranberry Punch, deal 42k damage and choose a 2x2 area to swap into countdown gems that will make 9 random gems into blue gems when activated. So that's 4 countdown gems. If they're all there when they're activated, it's going to make 36 blue gems, so most of the board. That's what we're going to use for the first moveset. Low charge, 5 and 6 MP on the blues, and 1 on the purple. Because I have the gear, everything starts turn 1 without an MP trainer. So basically that means the way I want to run this one is dual blue gem damage trainers. My edge is not very leveled, so he's only at 25% instead of 35%. I also don't have the other blue gem damage trainer. So I'm using Goldberg. So it gives me 50% blue gem damage. Could be better. You might have better. If you did not have the gear, you would want to run this moveset with Lawler in place of one of these two. And I may just run this twice to show you what it looked like without the extra trainer, just so you can get a feel for it. So we're running those two straight for blue gem damage, and Rhea Ripley for 20% increased chance for blue gems on the initial board. And then we're going against Vader as per usual because he's not strapped. So 20% less damage with Masters of the Universe Cena from red gems. So that's what going to run him with for this first one. And let's take on Vader. I do have tour perks, so plus 2 MP. We'll take a look at that real quick. Those will be active for this whole thing. All color moves start with 2 MP, and matching charge them by 1 more MP. So there's that. So let's get in here and take our first look at the Gobbledy Gooker. It's actually super fun to play. I've enjoyed testing him a lot. Again, keep in mind I do have the gear and tour perks, so everything is turn 1. So you want to throw the countdown gems out, preferably in a spot that won't be broken. I like putting them on the bottom, but the bottom right now is pretty dangerous. Vader will probably take a red. He could do the row break on the black. So there's a green here. So, you don't want to put it there. He might do the green match. So let's do right there. Like I said, generally I prefer doing it at the bottom, but it is what it is. And then we're going to buff our blue gem damage by 30% for 2 turns with the Stuffing Buster. Now we're going to reduce the countdowns. And ideally, if you get a blue match, that's kind of nice for the next turn, just because you can place countdown gems. They're probably going to get broke, but We can place these just in case they do not get broken. And because of the buff, our blue gems are doing 9k damage. And this is going to set the countdown off and make 36 blues. So it should be a big boom. Obviously, that's going to recycle the moves. And you can see 290k on turn 2. One of those countdown gems did stay. So because that is such a fast win, I'm going to take one of the gem damage trainers off and run it again. And that would be essentially putting Lawler in its place. So that would give you a good idea of what he would be like without the gear. Because the gear looks like it's faction-based. So let's go in here. Take Edge off. And then Lawler essentially is 4 MP, so it'd be like having the gear. So this will give you guys a great idea. And that would have been a 1 health pack win, by the way. This will give you guys a perfect idea of what it would be like without the gear. So it's not turn 1, but it is a ton of damage on turn 2, and like I said, it does recycle. This board is absolutely beautiful, and I'll show you why. So we're going to go there. Going to buff our blue gems. Going to lower those countdowns, and then we have a blue row break here. So next turn, we will be able to buff the blue gems again before the countdown gems go off. So we're going to get an extra 30% gem damage. Basically, it'll make up for the trainer we don't have this time. And there's a decent amount of blues on the board to start with, so this is going to be another big boom. That's a lot of blue gems. 326k. So again, another pretty easy win. Did have that row break, so would have been probably 290k-ish without the additional buff. Probably, I don't think Vader would have kicked out that way either. So also Gobbledy Gooker, all of his movesets do a lot of gem damage, so he's going to be a double fury type of guy if you had a strap. So let's get into the next moveset. This one's available at 4-star. And we're taking every one of these moves out. We're going with the finisher, the gravy train. Love the move names. That's so funny. And farm to table. All right, so let's take a look what they actually do. Finishers, fairly high damage, 63k. Swap a 4x2 area into black. Farm to table, choose a 2x3 area to swap into purple gems. And gravy train. It also, farm to table also does 50k. Deal 36k damage and modify a 2x2 random area into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, decrease the damage of all their gems by 30% for 2 turns. If we break them, it makes 2 random gems into wild cards. So if we break all 4, we get 8 wild card gems. So essentially think Hogan without powerhouse gem damage. So that's what it's going to be like. This moveset, I'm running Bray. So he's turn 1. And Slick Rick for more gem damage. Damage. This one right here. And then we're going to put... I'm showing Balor there. We're not going to do that, obviously. I'm going to leave Cena in and go with Elias. So the blacks recharge easier. You could also run like NWO Big Show for more black gems, any of that kind of stuff. So we'll go that way with this moveset. And yeah, we'll get in here and check this one out. So the finisher's there to recycle if you cannot hit the wild cards, and at 4-star, this is the moves that flow the best. The blue ones that we just used don't really make sense for this one, so I might as well just put the finisher in. Again, because we have the gear, this is turn 1. Without the gear, though, this choose area wouldn't be turn 1. It would be turn 2. You could, if you wanted to be turn 1, potentially use a dual MP trainer, and that would get it turn 1, but then you'd lose some gem damage. So the whole goal is just to blow those 4 up and make a bunch of wild cards. Like so. And you can see damage is pretty okay, 200k. We recycled the blacks. So if you recycle the blacks, I would not hit the finisher because it's random. And this is going to end up being higher damage this way. So the finisher is just there in case we don't recycle on the 4-star moveset. At 5-star, we won't be using it. A lot depends on where the wild cards line up and how that goes. Another 240k that time. Again, Fury gem damage on this guy would be the way to go. I guess if you had the gear, you could also do double armor and Honky Tonk Man. And that would be really, really strong if you had the gear. And this turn should do it. The animations on him are pretty great. I like it. You guys, if you watch me, know I say games should be fun, and I feel like Gobbledy Gooker's pretty fun. That one was only 150k. That was our worst of the 3. So again, keep in mind, this is with gear. So the black move wouldn't be turn 1, so we would have been a turn slower. Also, the wild cards didn't hit massively that time. I've done 300k plus before with a nice cascade, so that's the 4-star moveset. I'm going to go ahead and go to the 5-star set now. So we're going to take out the finisher and add the 5-star move, which is the Potato Masher. It's a 1 MP move and steals 48k health. Very beefy, very chunky. And then instead of Robo Cena, the Zombie Balor will go in there. So we're stealing 53k health every time we swing, every turn with that. So it's a nice chunk. And I'm not going to bother healing because I don't think I will need to. So I'll show you guys what this build set's like. And this is definitely my favorite moveset out of all of them, these 3. I do kind of like the moveset I'm going to show you last, maybe kind of the most, because it's not really dependent on gear. So I'll show you that one after this, though. Now, it is possible with this you won't recycle the blacks if the wild cards aren't very lucky and you don't have many blacks on the board, but most of the time it recycles. Definitely got to recycle. And there's, see what I mean, 317k. The last one, like I said, the damage was much lower than I was usually seeing. And this is this is why I didn't heal, because he's gonna heal back up no problem. Actually, I did a bunch of testing with him mainly because it was fast and really fun, and I didn't have to use a single health pack. I just would switch to this moveset and completely destroy guys and have fun doing it. So, ooh, that was really bad positioning for the wild cards, but we ended up with a crazy good cascade. So you can see how much damage it does, and you're getting healing. Really, really good moveset. Super fun. Probably won't win a ton on turn 1, but you will get some wins. I guess maybe when you factor in Fury, or again, you could do double armor and use Honky Tonk Man instead of Slick Rick. That probably would be the way I would run him, because you would most likely keep people down turn 1 with that. But that is having gear, keep in mind. If you don't have gear to get him turn 1, you would need Bray and a dual coach, or you'd have to play for turn 2 with Bray and Honky Tonk Man. So, final move set here. And this is what I would probably do for Showdown, and just generally to have fun. Like for Blitz, this would be really, really good too. So we're going to go massive healing, because I do have both Zombie Rock and Roman. So the moves are going to stay exactly the same, but we're going to swap the trainers here. And that health steal jumps up to 113k every turn. So we're going to lose a little bit of damage not having Slick Rick, but if you didn't have gear, or in Showdown where your MP is lowered, this is how I would how I'd run him. That health steal move is just crazy. So we're back to full life. And when you're choosing this, try to keep as many blacks on the board as possible so you can hopefully recycle it. $255k. Pretty solid damage. We were not able to recycle the black, but that's okay. And do have a double wildcard match, and he's very low, so I'm going to hit that, and that might do it. Yes, indeed. So, Gobbledy Gooker, very, very good. And because those go so fast, I'm going to go back to this moveset and run him without Slick Rick. And in place, I would have a dual MP trainer. And this is what he would look like for feud. So if you had a dual MP trainer, whether it was NWO Ted or even Wolfpack Sting, would be enough. One black would do it. You could use either of those. And then the fact that you didn't have the gear would be negated and he'd still be turn 1. I'm just going to leave it blank instead of put the guy on there because it ends up being the same. So again, this would give you guys an idea of what he would be like without the gear. Just big chunks of damage from every move. He's very powerful. If you get an anti-stun strap on him, anti-bleed, he would be, he'd just be a monster. That was pretty ugly cascade. Super low damage, didn't connect blacks, so that's about as bad as a cascade can go with that many wild cards. It's okay though, we're gonna get it right here. And ready to go again. And this should be very likely to end it. Super aggressive, super offensive character with some pretty heavy healing. 245k. He did kick out. That's okay, we're gonna heal almost all of it back anyway right here. And it gives us a chance to check out the turkey animations one more time. So, this is the Gobbledy Gooker, guys. I hope you enjoyed the preview. I really want to get him. I don't know that I'll be able to, but hopefully one day I'll have him on my roster. Hopefully you guys have a shot at getting him. A lot of fun to play. Does some pretty crazy damage. Awesome healing. It's going to be a super fun character to have. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. And good luck out there, guys. Thanks for watching.